Welcome everybody to my channel. I'm in good vibes today. Good vibes. I'm in good vibes every day, y'all. So we're gonna get into this reading, but first we're gonna give all praises due. It's been a long time coming. All praises due to the Most High Source, Yeshua Yahweh, God, for always blessing and protecting us, whether that's sexually, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, communicationally, blessing us, paying attention to us, giving us all of its love, affection, attention, protection. We have to give it praises, 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 praises. And if I haven't done it enough, I'm doing it now. And all that counts is that I'm doing it now. For me, for the world, for everybody. I'm doing it for me as well as on behalf of the world. If the world forgets to praise you today, I'm praising you, Most High Source, for the world. Okay? For keeping us safe and protected and shadowed from our enemies who are known to us, unknown, related to us, whether those are relatives, siblings, mothers, fathers, ex-spouses, ex-baby mamas, ex-baby daddies, those who are related, physical, spiritual, dead, and alive, keeping us protected from the enemy, keeping the enemy where they do not put their steps towards us to try to plot against us for our downfalls, okay? And trying to create downfalls for us and digging ditches for us. We give you thanks and we give you praise. Ashe. Also, no weapon formed against me, my collective, our our chakras, our physical, spiritual bodies, mental, emotional, financial, our families, our children, our jobs, our businesses, our day-to-days shall not prosper. Okay, so any weapon that you try to throw this way, just know it's not going to take, it's not going to stick, it ain't going to work. And you have already lost your power. Destinies can never be switched. For the Most High God made sure it can't. That's why you are born on a certain day, a certain month, a certain year, and a certain time and minutes of birth. AM and or PM. Okay? So your destiny can never be taken. It can never be stolen. That's just delusional thinking. Just be real. Your destiny can never be stolen. People can stop it or block it or hinder it. You can also unblock, unhinge, unstop. Okay? The secrets in the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and any other ancient texts that carry either the angel tablet, the demon tablet, any of the sacred writings or ancient texts literally tell you, all right? Whether you're dealing with high level or low level, they can be stopped. Why? Because energy is always moving. There is always movement within the universe. Nothing is ever set in stone. Okay? Y'all just know that. And we're going to get into this reading. Y'all keep in mind these readings are general, so they may or may not resonate. The roles can be flipped, switched, reversed. Time is fluid. Anytime you find yourself watching this video, just know there's an answer within the video from the beginning, middle, or end of the video. That is in there for you, and that's why your spirit guides led you to watch this video. There's some pertinent information in it for you, and that's why you're watching it. Even if you find yourself lurking because you're jealous. Oh, trust and believe. Your question is being answered through the video that you're stalking and watching. So pay attention. Anywho, what's going on in the collective? What does the collective need to know? What I need to know. Okay? Someone finds you very beautiful. I keep hearing that song in my head. Mona Lisa, give you up your feet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mm-hmm. Someone wants you to make time for them. They find you very beautiful, very attractive. I ain't gonna stay on here long. I'll quit. Okay, Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective that they need to know? What is it in the universe that the collective needs to know about? What's going on? We see that perchance to a dream came in reverse. I feel everybody is waking up to the reality of things that are happening now in and around us, in and of our environment. It's like you may have had a dream thief as well, stealing your dreams. Someone's trying to keep you in a sleeping state instead of a waking state. They want you to stay asleep, perchance to a dream. It's like someone's trying to get out of someone's clutches. Could be a group of people trying to get out of the clutch of the Sandman. Okay, and are now starting to awake. Whatever the Sandman has laid upon the collective is now being broken. So that means um, even if dreams were perceived as a reality, yet still a dream, you're waking up out of that. And everybody on the planet is going to wake up one by one, one by one. Remember when I said in the last video, it's not your time to be awakened. That's why some people are walking around here like they woke, but they really not. It's because they really sleep. That illusion is now being broken. Okay? Some of y'all been walking in the days and la 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 in la la land, not paying attention to your environment, not paying attention to what's going on around you, not paying attention to what's going on in the world. And now you're awakening from that dream, from that false reality. Now that you're waking up from that false reality, you're realizing something. There is no peace around you. Peaceful among thorns came out reversed. See, whereas they wanted you to be asleep, they, meaning I call them the Sandman. It's a collective of authorities or authority figures. They wanted you to be asleep amidst the chaos that they were creating. These dream weavers weaving their dreams. Now that the collective is waking up to the reality of what actually is, there's going to be riots, there's going to be fights, there's going to be shootings, there's going to be a lot of suicides, there's going to be a lot because there's a lot of bitterness, there's a lot of anger because it's like a pissed off energy of why would you have me. The question is within this energy is for the collective is why do you have me asleep trying to create a false reality for me when all I need is the truth. It's like the dream weavers and the Sandman, they're trying to hide the truth in plain sight. They're trying to hide the truth from you while you are asleep. So they slap it in your face but hide it at the same time, if that makes any sense for anybody. They did it because they wanted you to suffer. Fated to suffer is here. The collective is starting to realize, you're starting to realize now, like, wow, this is the reality. Are we really fated to suffer? We're really suffering in this world. People are feeding us poison through the air, poison through the water, poison on the land. They really trying to kill us off. And because they really couldn't get us to stay asleep to the fact that it's literally giving me the energy of an anesthesiologist comes in and puts someone to sleep for surgery, but then they purposely like don't wake them up because they want them to just die off. This is the energy. I don't know if that's a good metaphor, but this is the energy. Like, and it's also the fact that I'm getting the energy of control here, like fated to suffer. They wanted to control your suffering. The dream weavers and the Sandman. They wanted to control your suffering by feeding you the poison through the elements, earth, air, fire, water, above and below. They wanted to continuously do this, continuously and currently, with regards to the moon cycles. The cycles of the moon are at play, is what I'm getting here. They could have been doing this for 25 years or more to the population, the collective, making them sick, making them ill. People trying to figure out where cancer come from. People trying to find out why they have leukemia, why they're having breathing troubles, it's because they were trying to control, keep you in a dream state. But you have awakened. Now it's their turn to be suffering. Now they are fated to suffer. The ones that were in positions of power and authority, the ones who had control, no longer having control. So that's why the chaos is here with peaceful among thorns reverse. You know what I'm saying? Thorns are very sharp and they can prick you and you can bleed. Very significant. I'm getting a lot of like bloodshed, blood work, blood workings, blood rituals, harvesting blood to keep this thing going, to keep people asleep. And with this fated to suffer card, again, there's the act of giving you stuff. And if you notice, she giving her the apple for free. For free. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the clock. She giving her the apple for free. This is a witch. You're dealing with a lot of witches. A lot of witches that may offer free services. A lot of witches that are in power within the government, like the courthouses, the Senate, the House of Representatives, Congress, the White House, social services. They giving a lot of stuff out for free. And the collective don't know that what they're giving is poisonous. Envious and gluttony reversed. Someone's trying to come off as if they're not envious or gluttonous. Or this could be like the collective as a whole, though, those organizations, those dream weavers, those sandmen. They pretend that they are not envious or they are not gluttony, but they are, because they're giving you something for free. So this gives me the energy of sacrifice. Y'all waking up to the fact that y'all are starting to realize y'all being freely sacrificed by very envious and greedy people. You're freely sacrificed with your birth certificate and your social being out on the market, on the stock market. You are cattle. Look it up. The straw man. So they've been doing this for decades. And if you look at the 2 and the 5, it breaks down to a 7. 7 decades. They've been doing this, or it could be more. Artificial heart. That's more than pretending. That's someone that does not care at all. That's reptilian-like energy here. Or I will just say like this, alien-like energy of a typical alien, a certain species, that they're more logical. They're more mind than feeling. They have no feelings. This gives me that Aqua Boogie Funk Dr. Spock Aquarius energy where they in their head a lot, they think a lot, it's artificial. Even right down to the laugh is artificial. The love is artificial. Money is for them. I'm gonna take this money, but yeah, I'm gonna tolerate this, but yeah, this is artificial. It's artificial heart, phoniness. Someone that's just cold hearted. This gives me air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. And it's been coming in threes with the 12 at the bottom, which breaks down into three. The Holy Trinity and the other one. I forgot what you call it. When you worship the devil at night with the 1, 2, 3 type of whatever. Everything above, everything below mimics everything above. That's why they say as above, so below. But whatever this is, it's artificial heart. Everything has been being fake up until now. That's why everybody at certain key points are being awakened to what is going on around them. Sure, they can be awakened to their destiny, but they need to be really awoke to what is going on naturally around them, as well as supernaturally around them. The secrets is out. Family room, to me, this represents the White House. There's a lot of chaos going on in the White House. Someone in there with the artificial heart. They literally could have a pacemaker. This person really has no feelings. It's giving me fake it till you make it vibes in this. But all information, all energy is put out there. All this information is put out there to what needs to be seen. Whatever was swept under the rug, that rug got pulled up. It's time to clean house. That's what's going on. As the collective awakens, they're starting to realize a lot of people having like a lot of artificial hearts. I'm also getting that as the collective wakes up and realizes this world is really chaotic and not peaceful. They took off the rose-colored glasses. Anything swept under the rug got torn out from under. Okay, you can see the dust particles and the spiders and the freaking dust mites. You can now see everything. And now it's hardening the hearts of most of the collective that's out there because they're starting to realize this is how it truly and really is. It is chaos. It's real in these streets. You know what I'm saying? With everything that's going on the planet, with the secrets coming out, are the secrets the reason for the chaos? No, they're not. Man's actions are the reason for the chaos that's going on in the world. All of it. And they must take accountability, the ones who are in authority. Now, I'm not one to judge, but there is a higher judge. I literally just heard, and I'm going to relay the message. For the ones who are in position of power, from Congress to the White House to the Senate, and all over, worldwide, do not wait until you are on your deathbed to repent. That will not get you where you think you're going to be going. Your actions are to be taken right now at this point in time to correct your steps. You need to do what's right. And you need to do what's right now. These are not the words of Eve, but of a higher being. Correct your steps now, because you gonna wait till your deathbed and be like, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you didn't. Okay? Now everybody has free will and everybody has a choice. We are aware. But the trick to having free will, okay, is that you need to make the right choice. The trick is watching you to see if you make the right choice. You're being watched to see if you make the right choice. And all of those who do not make the right choice, you know already what's going to happen. You get an inkling of it. You also are having nightmares for those of you in positions of power, aren't you? You already see the coming. You already know what's coming. Correct it now. You need to get out there and help your people, because it's the people who put you in those chairs and in those seats and in those positions of power. You were not put in those seats for nothing other than that. And if you were put in those seats based off of sacrifice, there is no repenting. You're just going to go down. High honor. Whoever has been exposing what's going on with the people that are in position of power, they are being held in high honor in the spiritual world. They are being held in high honor here. You will go through some suffering because you are exposing and you pulling the wool off of people's eyes. You're pulling the rug from underneath people. There will be chaos towards the ones that are chosen to do so, to awaken the collective or awaken the rest of the collective, so that they know and are aware of what's going on. By you doing so, you will be fated to suffer, but you will also be held in high honor. And not for nothing, we have 25 fated to suffer, and 25 held in high honor. I'm hearing there may be 25 years of suffering to make it right. It's going to be a lot of wars all over. A lot of battles that need to be fought in order to be won. And someone or a group of the others, the Dreamweavers, the Sandmen, they don't care that this information is coming out anymore. It's like they turned really cold with that artificial heart there. There's exposure of them as well. So there will be a war, there will be a battle to the ones that were trying to keep the collective asleep. There's a war going on now and will last for 25 years, spiritual. Or has been going on for 25 years in the spirit realm. The temple of my body. I feel like the healthcare system is involved too with the temple of my body. We have artificial heart, family room reverse, high honor, temple of my body. Secrets are being exposed with what's going on in the healthcare system, what's going on with the jabs and what's going on with the medicine and what's going on. It's all exposure. It's all getting exposed, okay? It's all getting exposed. Those that were hiding what they already knew in the healthcare field or in the scientific field or both, those that were being held in high honor, they are being exposed for the cruel, cold-hearted people they really are, because we have this artificial heart. They're cruel and they're cold-hearted when it comes to this healthcare system. They were doing things to the human anatomy. test subjects, test sites, testing sites. Okay? You even got some out here that were trying to act like they were not being envious or not being greedy, not being gluttonous. And it's not true. They actually were. They were hiding this. It is no longer hidden with Family Room Reverse. It's being exposed for what it truly is. Show me what we need to see. Sooner or later, things will move on into calmer waters. 2544 on my clock. The number 25 keeps coming up. We got the Six of Swords here. One second. Okay. So like I said before, we had Fated to Suffer, 25, and we had High Honor, 25, right? All those that were hiding their hand and doing damage, you're being exposed. Healthcare field, the democracy of our country and other countries around the world, globally, you're being exposed, as well as you will be fated to suffer. There is a current spiritual war, but there will be a physical war. Now, the spiritual war possibly been going on for 25 decades, 25 years, or 25 centuries. The number 25 pretty much is, well, as per symbolism, the angel number is a number of rapid and positive changes, which signifies the need for freedom, adventure, and independence. So, yes, as the collective awakens to what's truly going on in the world, especially in regards to the healthcare field and in our government and other governments globally, there's a lot of chaos. Didn't I tell you before? A lot of wars, spiritual and or physical wars. All right. A lot of changes are coming. This chaos has to be moved out. It sat too long. This is the problem. When you got something that's only temporary being set there to be permanent, it has to be moved by any means necessary. Now, some people believe that the number 25 is unlucky because it can represent chaos and destruction. And this is what we're going through now. As people awaken and the rose-colored glasses are being taken off, they're starting to realize, wow, this is the reality of things. We were sitting in chaos the whole freaking time and skip the Lou My Darling down the block and not really paying attention that there's wars, there's destitution, there's famine, there's thieves that are greedy that's stealing money. Bank of America, we know it's you. It's someone at the top that's doing this because they got some addiction, an issue, or something. They stealing money out of people's bank accounts, and you can't put it back. But you got greed, you got envy, you got gluttony. People are gluttonous. You got people who already have stealing and taking from people who don't have. Does that make any sense? You already have your little slice of the pie. Why are you trying to take the whole damn pie? Okay, however, this number can also be seen as a sign of good news and new beginnings. So out of chaos, there will be order from the Most High. There's a sign of good news and new beginnings. The number 25 is all about change and progress. And how do we get there? How do we progress through change? What is change? What y'all see as chaos is actually change. Things are changing, and they're changing rapidly. Why? Because the energy sat there too long. Now, whether y'all believe in y'all getting a mental level up, that's what I call it. Y'all see it as a spiritual ascension, and it may be so. I see it as a mental level up, a heightening of the knowledge that was pushed back, that we are going to receive a whopping load of downloads. So be prepared for not headaches but migraines, body aches, back aches, aches all throughout your chakras. Be prepared, because this is what was being pushed back from you, taken from you, stolen from you. It's returning to you. That spiritual wisdom of the ages, what you need to know and what you need to be doing now. Embrace these challenges. Y'all need to be embracing these challenges, embracing these changes, embracing this chaos that creates change to bring order in. Chaos and order sit side by side, just like yin and yang, tiger and the dragon, black and white, negative and positive. They cannot be one without the other. So, because chaos sat so long, it waited. There's no balance. It's weighted. So now it's going like this, because this is not on its level. It's still there and it's still ascending. This keeps going down and down. No, it has to move. The energy has to fucking move. Okay, and it is. We have the Six of Swords here for the collective here. There's a lot of people that's going to move. There's a lot of people in the collective that will remove themselves from chaotic energies, chaotic people, places, and things, situations even. No one wants to deal with chaotic circumstances at all. And you do have some people that like to cause and create chaos in your life. They can cause it, they can create it, but it's your perception of how you're going to deal with it. Because again, you can't control people in outside circumstances. You can only control you. So, since you have your free will and you can only control you, you can control how you deal with that chaos that's being created within your space from these individuals out here. I see a lot of people moving their children and moving their families possibly across the globe to a safer environment, but I do see nonetheless movement across the ocean, movement across waters, movement across to a better place. Six of Swords is all about moving to calmer waters. There will be peace. Okay? There may be communication shut off in order to maintain the peace, protecting one's family, cutting off communication, sailing away, leaving all the chaos behind. Yellow in this card is the mental. A lot of people are going to be in their head and in their feelings when it comes to what they need to do the most to get out of this chaotic circumstance concerning what's going on with them and their environment, as well as what's going on globally. Lots of people are changing. Yeah, see, look. Moving them away from the battles, from the wars. And I mean, there has been large countries out there that have just uprooted themselves and literally left across the ocean. I mean, towards, the United States. I don't know why they're coming over here when they're closer to Great Britain. Great Britain holds the sovereignty over there. They got just as much money. And I feel personally, my personal take on this is the reason why the deficit is the way it is. And maybe it's not, but it could possibly be that $31.4 trillion deficit, whatever's going on, is because who's been signing checks to the Ukraine when half the Ukraine is already in the United States? So are we paying money to a fucking country that we're going to own? Because if we're not owning the Ukraine and Russia is bombing it, okay, then why are we wasting our trillions of dollars, all 31.4? Someone has been signing checks a lot to a country that really don't need it, because really, not for nothing, USA should just really, we should mind our business. That's my take. Should we mind our business, we would have at least triple the amount of money. But we always got to be the first out there helping people. Why? There's other allies. There's France. There's the United Kingdom. I can't count on you, Russia, right now. You just angry. You in your little Libra mood. But I adore Vladimir Putin. That's my own take. Okay, I adore him only because, and not for nothing, he is the opposite of Aries in the zodiac. So right now, that little Libra is acting out his Aryan energy, and he really needs to stop. There's something that can be worked out besides always being a bully, because he's being a tyrant right now. And I know someone probably promised you and didn't carry through on a promise. If one country promises another country something and they didn't they didn't carry out their promise, they fell through on it, no matter how big it is, and even if it's dealing with money, you need to learn to find a solution to let it go. Figure out, have a sit down. What happened? Why you fell through on your promise? Why you didn't promise such and such and such and such? Don't go into a full-on tantrum. That's not going to solve anything at all. And now look, United States broke. I swear to God, I think it's a ploy to make us broke. I'm going to say this shit. I think it's a ploy to make the United States broke so that we no longer are the superpower and that Russia is. I said what I said. I don't give a fuck. I mean, if you look at it, Donald Trump's wife was Russian. Like, what happened to your other wife that was Greek? I know y'all divorced and shit like that. None of my business. I don't give a fuck. But it's like, that's a ploy. Why are you sitting and on top of that, the wife, no disrespect, because she's beautiful. I love her. But at the same time, it's like you were in Playboy magazine sucking on a female. I honestly